Hi loves! Welcome to your Libra full moon yoga class designed to create harmony and balance within your world. We'll get started within a child's pose. So draw your knees out to the wide edges of your mat, crawl your fingertips forward, and dial your forehead down to the earth. Take a big breath in. Open mouth exhale, release fully. Each breath to anchor you a little bit deeper into your body, into your mat, into this space, balancing out your outer world with your inner. While you're still in your child's pose, begin to crawl your fingertips towards the right side of your mat. For some bodies, it could feel good, one hand stacked on top of the other, or you're welcome to rest your hands alongside. Whatever level of depth that feels good and creates that opening into your left side body. Consciously imagine sending breath in between each of your ribs, opening up a little bit more space. From here, draw back to center. And then take it over towards the left side of your mat. Maybe hand on hand. Maybe stacked one on top of the other. Finding that equal sensation within your right side body. And really striving to balance out the left and the right sides of your body to honor the energy of Libra, the scales. Crawl your hands back towards center, and on your inhale, arise to a tabletop. Stack your shoulders on your wrist. Inhale, cow pose, open up through your collarbone. Exhale, cat round, pull your belly button towards your spine. Love, I encourage you to close your eyes and just get into your body. Take those two postures in the pace that feels good for you. Just exploring the architecture of your body today without judgment. Allowing yourself to balance out what it is that you need. Maybe some of you have been running around all day and are really in need to balance that with some rest, some integration. Maybe some of you are just waking up and need to balance out with some energy activation. Allow yourself to close your eyes and just take a journey inward. To assess where your scales feel out of whack and where you can gently, within this container, bring yourself back into balance. We will meet in downward facing dog at the pace that feels good for you. Lengthen through your spine, magnetize your heels towards the earth. On your inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump towards your feet. Feet at hip width distance. And relax your belly along your thighs. Release your neck. Take whatever bend through your knees feels good for you. And send more weight into your toes as you let your torso hang heavy. Relaxing and releasing any tension that you've been holding on to that is no longer serving you. That is making your scales off balance. Maybe for some of you, lightly swaying side to side feels good. Maybe you can shake your head yes, balance it out with a no, but try to end on a yes. Release your hands, toe heel your feet together, and then pressing your feet into the earth, unravel your vertebrae one on top of the other, feeling your spine stack. And as you arise, draw your hands to heart center. Loves, you can take the intention that serves you throughout this container. Inspired by the Libra full moon, I bring forward the mantra, I find balance. I honor my boundaries. I nurture the parts of my life I've been depriving. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, send it out. And so it is. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Reach your hands above head. Tuck your tailbone in so you can really pull through your core, and then magnetize your heels out. Feel that firm foundation. Take a breath in. Exhale, standing back bend. Magnetize your shoulder blades together. Keep the back of your neck long as you open up through your heart space. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your hands together through heart center. Relax your hands when you arrive. Release through your neck. Bend through your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through your spine. Keep the back of your neck long. Your hands can come to your thighs or your shins as you lengthen through your spine as though you're growing an inch. Take a breath in. Exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Loves, you are welcome to take chaturanga if that serves you. I'll demo it within the next round, but feel free to either just step back to downward facing dog as we just did, or take chaturanga dandasana, whatever brings you into balance. Step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, standing back bend. Open up some space. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, elongate. Exhale, downward facing dog, or step back into your high plank. Tilt forward, draw your elbows towards your body, lower down halfway, pause for a moment, flip over the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog, open up to your heart space. Maybe look over one shoulder, look over the other, allowing yourself to broaden through the front line of your body. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. One more round. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, or just step back into downward facing dog. Honor your body and what it is that you need today to honor balance, to bring yourself back into that center. We will gather in downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump. Inhale, chair. Sit your hips down, tuck your tailbone in. Draw your hands above head or keep them at shoulder height if that feels better within your body. Sitting more weight down into your hips, ensuring that your knees are activated outwards. And no need to turn, I'm just trying to show you our next posture, which is eagle pose. Lift your right leg up, 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 and cross as high as possible. And then draw your right arm underneath your left. So right leg goes over, right hand goes under. And from there, I want you to pull in towards your center line. So pull your thighs in together, so much so that it feels like you're just balancing on one leg. You're welcome to stay upright, just stack your shoulders on hips or round forward to magnetize your elbows towards your knees. Now, balance is a challenge here, so feel free to reshuffle your balance, come out of it and come back in. Just attune to your breath and bring everything inwards. Find that center line. Unravel if you took the folded variation. On your inhale, lift your right leg up. draw your knee out towards the side, and we'll take tree pose. So you're welcome to draw your foot to your ankle, to your calf, or to your thigh. Draw your hands to heart center, and just so you know, I'm mirroring you here. So it's your right foot. And loves, your hand expression is up to you. So you can take hands to heart center, you can grow your branches. If you're having a hard time staying balanced, anchor your gaze to something that is not moving. And be gentle if you slightly sway. So do trees, and they're still rooted. Continually work to bring yourself back into center, back into balance, honoring the energy of this Libra full moon. On your inhale, lift your leg up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Draw your hands back. Inhale, chair pose. Let's explore it on the other side. So lift your left leg high, and you're going to cross as high as possible so your foot can wrap all the way around your calf, or just toe it out towards the side. And then draw your left hand underneath your right and pull both hands in towards center. You're also welcome to reach for opposite shoulders if that feels better within your body. And you can stack shoulders on hips, or if you took it on the other side, you can fold yourself down. Wherever you are, consciously pull your arms towards one another, your thighs towards one another. This posture is brilliant for rinsing, supporting your digestive process, allowing yourself to wring yourself out, essentially, of anything that is no longer serving you, to allow yourselves to take that energy off your plate, off your scales, bringing you into that divine balance. And I fell a little bit, so be gentle with yourself if you do too. Balance is a constant challenge. On your inhale, lift your leg up and take it out to the side. Let's find tree pose. So you can draw your foot to your ankle, calf, or thigh. Falling out is all good as long as you get right back in. That's what this Aries Sun, Libra Moon is all about, loves. And you can keep your hands together at heart center if that's what you honored on the other side, maybe growing your branches. And be gentle if one side is more difficult to stay balanced than the other. For a balance challenge, you can close your eyes. It makes it a little bit more challenging, having to look inward for that center. But feel this space. Centered, grounded, the scales. You're welcome to do your little scales within your tree. Pulling in towards that center line. On your inhale, lift your leg up. Exhale, let it go. Chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, release. Find ragdoll. Relax your head and neck. Notice where any tension can be hiding in your body, like your tongue placed to the roof of your mouth or tension in your jaw, and then just melt it down. Loves, our next posture will be a ragdoll twist. So lengthen through your right leg and find a slight bend into your left knee. Draw your right hand to the small of your back as you gently rotate your heart space open towards the right side of your mat. The stretch should be felt in your hip and IT band. Option to intensify the stretch by elongating your arm up, and just ensure to breathe into where you find and feel sensation. Take a breath in. Exhale, melt it down, and let's explore the other side. So lengthen through your left leg, invite a slight bend into your right knee. Draw your hand to the small of your back for layer 1, or elongate it all the way up for layer 2, breathing as you rotate your heart open. Take a breath in. Exhale, come back towards center. Find that ragdoll pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hide or low plank, chaturanga dandasana, or just step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog if you're exploring the chaturanga variation. And we'll connect as a unit in our balanced downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Option to bend out through your knee. Take bends or circles. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, half pigeon pose. Draw your right knee towards your right wrist and seek to balance out your hips. Option to put a pillow underneath your right hip to make it more comfortable. Look over your right shoulder to ensure your left toes are pointed straight behind you. Inhale, puff up through your heart space, and you're welcome to stay at this layer or take it down to sleeping pigeon. Draw your forehead down to meet something, whether it's your hands, a pillow, the earth. There is this feeling of trust and surrender that we experience when our forehead is rested to something. So even if it's just placing your palms to your forehead, I want you to feel and find that support. As Libra is all about our one-to-one contacts, partnerships, and relationships. And those partnerships in particular that we can feel supported within, seen within, relax within. In our authenticity. It's Aries season, the sign of self. So this axis, this tension really illuminates the connections, that's the Libra full moon, that we feel fully free to be ourselves. That's the Aries sun. On your inhale, begin to come up, and you're going to relax onto your right hip. And no need to turn, I just want to show you that your left leg is going to cross over, and you're welcome to lengthen out your right leg if that feels better within your body for a gentle twist we'll take. So lengthen your spine up, draw your hand towards the small of your back to kind of find that support. And on your inhale, lengthen your right arm up. Exhale, gentle twist. Hook your right elbow to the outside edge of your left knee. And think on each inhale, lengthen the crown of your head up. Each exhale, twist a little bit more deeply. And begin to unravel. Find a gentle counter twist over to the other side. And we're going to find our cow facing pose variation. So keep your legs stacked on top of leg, but you're going to draw knee on knee and flex your feet out. Then draw your left hand underneath your arm. Option to bow down just as we did in eagle posture. If you want to stay upright, that's fine. If you want to sit on a pillow underneath your hips to take off any pressure from your knees, that's beautiful. But I want you to find that outer hip stretch, honoring the energy of Libra, and allowing ourselves to fold forward. Inhale, arise, tee out your arms, and take yourself back into a downward facing dog. Whatever graceful way you can get there. Mine was not so graceful, even though it's a graceful Libra full moon. On your inhale, lift your left leg up, option to bend. Maybe draw circles with your ankles. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, half pigeon. So find that 7, or maybe your legs directly parallel, whatever feels good within your body. Do seek to center and to balance out your hips. Look over your left shoulder and ensure your right toes are pointed behind you. That will help you center and straighten your hips. No need to force it. On your inhale, puff up to your heart space. Option to stay here, or exhale, melt it down and relax your forehead to something. So loves, this Libra full moon in April 2022 squares Pluto, and this is intense. You can feel like your energy is scattered in so many directions that you don't know how to nurture everything within your world. There could be this energy of intensity that you are having to give up certain components of who it is that you are to soothe or satisfy one-to-one connections. There can be this fundamental lack of balance, this chaotic feeling. And I want you, wherever side of that, if you've been feeling low energy, if you've been feeling high energy, bringing yourself back into that rooted, grounded, steady space of Libra, visualizing all of the different priorities within your world, work, play, rest, connections, hobbies, all of these things we're constantly trying to balance, and visualize them on a scale and finding that perfect harmony, that perfect balance where everything it is that you care about, you have the time, you have the energy to give towards it, where you feel that all of those components of your life are able to find that perfect amount. On your inhale, draw yourself up, relax onto your left hip, and you'll swing your right leg so your right knee is bent on top. Option to lengthen out your left leg or tuck it in for our twist. And very important to sit up as tall as possible. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, hook your left elbow to the outside edge of your right knee. Finding that breath as we did on the first side, so inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Continually opening up your heart space. And find that counter stretch by just taking it over towards the other side. We'll take that cow facing pose. So stack your knee on top of knee, flex out through your feet. So now your right knee should be on top, so your right arm goes underneath. And you can find those eagle arms and maybe reach for opposite shoulders. Option to stay upright or begin to fold and descend yourselves down. And allow yourself to know that harmony isn't naturally within our world. Balance isn't naturally found. It's up to us to bring our lives back into balance, to enact the boundaries that allow ourselves to find balance between competing priorities, to be okay with letting a couple people down if it's what it is that we need within that moment, to protect and guard our schedule. Begin to rise yourself up and lengthen out both legs. Take whatever bend feels good. On your inhale, lift up, up, up. Exhale, seated forward fold. Think more of drawing your belly to your thighs rather than your head to your feet. You can find that same kind of breath we found earlier. So inhales to lengthen, exhales to melt down. No pressure for your legs to be perfectly straight. Just find what feels good to you in this moment, what allows you to descend. On your inhale, rise up, and we'll begin to unravel vertebrae by vertebrae until you are on the earth. Draw your heels towards your fingertips. On your inhale, find bridge pose. Lift your hips up. Dial in energy through your heels so you feel your hamstrings activate. Option to draw your shoulder blades underneath your heart space. I like to interlace my fingers. No, that's an option. And breathe into the front line of your body. And begin to unravel. Draw your knees towards center. Massage through your lower back. By drawing your knees in one direction, maybe exploring them in the other. Draw your left leg long and pull your right knee up and outside. So think of pulling up towards your armpit and find a squeeze. So good for supporting digestion. Take a breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Stack hip on hip. Open up your arm to the side. Option for your gaze to follow your right hand, or you can look straight up, whatever feels better for your neck. And love, the beautiful part about this posture is that gravity is doing everything for you. It's twisting, releasing, supporting with detox. Your only job is to breathe, to be present for the process. Draw yourself back towards center and swap out your legs. So reach for your left leg and pull it up and around the outside of your rib cage up towards your armpits and find that squeeze. Breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Stack hip on hip. Open up your arm towards the side. Gaze can follow, look straight up. But I encourage you to keep your eyes closed for the remainder of practice. Balancing out the energizing work we've done with this restorative space. Draw yourself towards center and squeeze your knees in. Give yourself a big hug, thanking yourself for bringing yourself back into balance on your mat. Breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Lengthen your legs long, arms long, heart open. And just let go. This space is for you to balance out the outer world with your inner. If this space is serving you, I encourage you to stay. Feel free to pause the video to stay in meditation, to reawaken. Maybe wiggle fingers and toes, and then draw your knees towards your chest. Roll over to whichever side that feels intuitive, utilizing your bicep as a pillow and allowing the other hand to feel the supportive earth beneath you. This posture symbolizes rebirth, perfect for the first full moon of the astrological year. A new opportunity to claim, find, and enact the balance that we've been craving wherever our energy or our lives have felt imbalanced, bringing us back towards that centered space. Push yourself up into a seat. Draw your hands to heart center, uniting the left and the right side of your body, of your brain. Close your eyes and repeat the mantras if they serve you. I find balance. I honor my boundaries. I nurture the parts of my life I've been depriving. And so it is. Draw your hands to third eye center, the space between your forehead. The divine light within me sees, honors, and celebrates that same divine light within each and every one of you. And we bow and we say, Namaste. Remember to cultivate and maintain balance off your mat as well. Until we meet again, take care.